Hello, I'm Ken Carloni. I'm the president of Umpqua Watersheds. You've seen a lot of great presentations in this virtual banquet from our staff and board members, but I'd like to say a few words about the year that was and also introduce our board members and our executive director. 2020 was a challenging year, as it was for most of us, but Umpqua Watersheds not only survived, we thrived. Thanks to the dedication of our board and staff, and thanks in large part to all of you who stepped up and donated your hard-earned cash to make up for our traditional fundraisers that got shut down due to the pandemic. But with vaccination rates rising, we hope to see you in person at River Appreciation Day, for hikes, and at the 2021 Brewfest. Speaking of dedicated board members, I'd like to introduce them to you, some new and some old timers, and I'll start with the oldest old timer first, and that would be me. I'm going to cheat here a bit and put up pictures and bios from the Umpqua Watersheds webpage. And I am a founding member of the organization and have been with Watersheds since the beginning. I did take a bit of a hiatus in the early 2000s, but I was president from 96 to 98, again in 2009 to 2013, and it says here in the bio, 2019 to 2021, which means that my term is about to come to an end. And you'll need to stay tuned to find out who the next president of Umpqua Watersheds is going to be. Currently, I am also chairing the Restoration Committee, and since I retired from Umpqua Community College, I have been throwing myself into restoration ecology, spending time on the board of the Umpqua Oak Partnership, and especially on the board of the U Creek Land Alliance that I spoke of just a little bit in my roundup of restoration activities. There we've been doing a lot of oak restoration, and more of great interest to me, we've been taking the slash that we create from that project and converting it to biochar. So I have really taken the bull by the horns where biochar and the process of biocharing is concerned, and I've been doing workshops and consulting in that regard. So I've been staying busy, and I will be seeing all of you out in the field or out and about soon. Janice Reed is our vice president. She's recently retired from the Forest Service and is the foremost authority on spotted owl biology in southwestern Oregon. She's been a longtime supporter of Umpqua Watersheds, and after retiring has now joined the board, which is awesome. Until recently, Janice has been our outreach chair and has been our newsletter editor, and is a driving force with KQUA, Umpqua Watershed's low-power FM radio station. In fact, she's just started a new weekly music program, Earth in Tune, focused on river-themed and environmentally attuned music. She's also put a tremendous amount of effort into upgrading our building. She has a strong interest in field education and is an advocate for getting kids and adults into the woods to experience nature close up. We also appreciate the knowledge and energy she brings to our board, and I look forward to more great things from Janice. So Janice, thanks from all of us. Diana Pace is our secretary and has spent a lot of time working with the Wilderness Committee. Diana is not only a super reliable secretary and board member, but she also is in the leadership of the Friends of the Umpqua, the hiking group that many of you know from the area here. She's an avid hiker, an avid outdoors person. She's organized and led lots of hikes, and she has just a wonderful personality and has been just a super part of our board, and we really enjoy spending time with her, and we think that she really makes the board a more congenial group. So my heartfelt thanks to Diana Pace. Although a longtime supporter of Umpqua Watersheds, Mark Eason has recently joined the board of directors, and we really appreciate his background in financial and legal aspects. He's been a great help renovating our solid but aging building that has needed some updates, and Mark has really put in the effort there to bring the building up to standards. He has a deep experience with contracting with agencies over several decades, and he's also a member of the U Creek Land Alliance board and was involved in all phases of our restoration and biochar project out there over the last couple of years. So Mark has brought a range and depth of experience to the board that we really, really appreciate, and we don't know how we got along without him before. So Mark, thank you personally and for the whole board. Eric Stouter is the youngest member of our board. He brings that perspective to the board, which had unfortunately been lacking up until he arrived. So we're glad to have the perspective of a younger person on the board. I met Eric several years ago when he walked into my office at UCC and wanted to know more about the Natural Resources program. And since that time, I've been a professor to Eric, but that has grown into a friendship now that I really cherish. Eric is super dedicated to the mission of Umpqua Watersheds. He also is now leading the education committee, and he has a special perch there to work from because he also is the Youth Conservation Corps coordinator at the Phoenix Charter School. Eric actually was one of our Learn, Earn, and Serve students on the youth cruise that we had put together in the past at Umpqua Watersheds to put students to work in the woods under the supervision of biologists and agency personnel. And Eric really took off, really thrived in that environment, and he's just about to finish up his bachelor's degree at Oregon State University, and probably going to move on to a graduate degree there as well. So he's a strong advocate of collaborative work, and also getting youth out into the woods to experiencing nature on their own, and hopefully put them on a similar pathway to the one that he's traveling now, from Phoenix School to UCC and on to OSU or another institution of higher education. So Eric has been an invaluable addition to the board and a fresh perspective that some of us old timers really enjoy. And I want to thank Eric for his participation and look forward to working a whole bunch more with him in the future. Tony Cannon is our newest board member. He started a while back coming to Wilderness Committee meetings, and little by little he got more and more involved in Umpqua Watersheds, and a couple of months ago he joined the board, which we're very thankful for. I met Tony on a hike to the North Umpqua Arch, where I got a chance to chat with him and his delightful daughter while we were hiking. I learned that Tony is quite an explorer, finding hidden caves and waterfalls in remote areas. And recently he shared some of his secrets during a webinar he led through Umpqua Watersheds on the use of LiDAR imagery to be able to look below the trees to find these hidden treasures. I look forward to working with and learning more from Tony in the future. So Tony, thanks for stepping up. Last, but definitely not least, I'd like to introduce our Executive Director, Casey Hovick. Casey joined the Umpqua Watersheds Board in 2012, and in 2017 stepped off the board to become our Executive Director. In these last 4 years, Casey has put in a tremendous amount of effort keeping the many moving parts of our organization meshing efficiently. He has a master's degree in business administration and another in environmental law and policy, which he puts to good use supervising our office staff and our AmeriCorps member. He has a passion for education and has been involved with Umpqua Watersheds education initiatives throughout his tenure at UW. He's also a board member of the Partnership for Umpqua Rivers, another nonprofit organization in Roseburg, and will soon take on the presidency of that organization. And on top of that, he's also Umpqua Watersheds Outreach Chair. He produces the Watersheds Moments email updates that you receive in your email box and is very involved in organizing KQUA, our radio station. He does the Outback concerts out behind our building that many of you have attended, and all of our other public events and outreach efforts. So to Casey Hovick, we say thank you so much, and we're looking forward to another great year. I've really enjoyed working with all of these folks. You couldn't ask for a better group of people to put your shoulder to the wheel with. The board is a bit small right now, but everybody steps up and pitches in when things need to get done, and I really appreciate the professional, respectful, and frankly, fun environment we all create for each other. I couldn't be prouder of the work we all do together for the community and the environment, but we need a few more board members to meet the challenges ahead and to lighten our loads so that we can all avoid burnout. So if you've been thinking about joining the Umpqua Watersheds Board, all you need is a good attitude, a willingness to roll up your sleeves, and an earnest desire to save the world. So contact any of us if you're interested in joining our team. And thank you so much for attending our virtual banquet, and may the forest be with you.